Hey there, Coach Julien here. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about my favorite Canadian ETFs, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Julien, Regoli, CPA, CMA Finance Coach. The purpose of my channel is to teach you how to take control of your finances so you can reach financial freedom more rapidly. My channel has 3 topics: how to save money, how to invest money, and how to think about money. I firmly believe that anybody can take control of their finances. You don't need to be a math whiz. You don't need a finance degree. Pretty much anybody can do it. All you need to do is to learn certain key concepts and apply them. If this kind of thing interests you, sign up to my channel, hit the bell button, and you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. Thanks in advance for watching. Today's topic, the best Canadian ETFs. First, let me tell you how I've selected these ETFs. One thing that I look at is management tenure. So how long has management been involved with the fund, with the ETF? The longer, the better. I look at the management expense ratio. So that's basically the cost to manage the fund. So the lower, the better. I look at total assets under management. The larger the amount of assets under management, the better. I look at the turnover ratio. The lower, the better, because if the fund buys and sells a lot, that means it's going to trigger capital gains. When capital gains is triggered, you're taxed on it. I look at funds that have a dividend yield. I love dividends. I'm a big fan of dividends. So I look for funds that do generate dividends. And finally, I look at a fund that has a really good return to risk ratio. So I look at the Sharpe ratio. The higher, the better. Okay, so let's take a look at my favorite Canadian ETFs. Okay, so the first ETFs here are index ETFs, and these two are S&P 500 ETFs. They follow the S&P 500, so ZUE.TO and XSP.TO. They're both available in Canadian dollars. They generate a little bit of dividend, over 1%, I think 1.5% each. As you can see, over 10 years, they've done pretty well. I mean, over 240% each. The second set of ETFs follow the Toronto Stock Exchange. These are ZCN.TO and XIC.TO, and these follow the Toronto Stock Exchange. So if you're someone who wants to be invested in the Toronto Stock Exchange, these are really interesting, generating over 80% in 10 years. If I compare all 4 of them, you can see that over 10 years, the S&P 500 performed much better. I tend to have a preference for the S&P 500. The performance is just so much better. The next set of ETFs are the highest dividend ETFs. They generate over 4% dividend. So if we look at each of them one-on-one, the FIE is a bit of a mixed bag. It's a portfolio that consists of common shares, preferred shares, corporate bonds, and income trusts. You could see that the expense ratio is a little higher than an index ETF. Index ETFs tend to have an expense ratio of 0.1% or less. This one is at 0.165. And what's interesting here is, look at that, 6.29% dividend yield annually. It's paid monthly. This is an excellent dividend ETF. The next one is one of my favorites, ZWB.TO. This is a fund that follows Canadian banks. Finally, there's this one, RIT.TO is involved in Canadian real estate, and you can see that it has an expense ratio of 0.86 and a nice healthy dividend yield, again paid monthly. In relation to pre-COVID levels, you can see that it still hasn't reached pre-COVID levels. It's at 171 versus 188 level at pre-COVID. There's still some uncertainty around this sector, which explains why it hasn't gone up to the pre-COVID levels. So there you have it. Those are my favorite Canadian ETFs. I do have videos that talk about the difference between ETFs and mutual funds and why I prefer ETFs. So I'm going to flash that on top right of the video. I also did a video on the lazy portfolio strategy. So if you're the type of person who doesn't want to actively look at your portfolio, you just want to buy and hold and just forget about it, there are strategies around that. And it's in my lazy portfolio strategy strategy video. So take a look at that. So folks, I hope you liked the video today. If you liked it, smash the like button. If you want to book a free one-on-one with me, you can do that. You can find the link to do that in the description of the video. Add your comments and questions in the comments area. And folks, don't forget to subscribe because I got more videos coming, and hit the bell button. You'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. Thanks for watching today, folks, and I'll see you real soon.